Hey, welcome back, guys. We're here back in the garage. We're going to install the new DOT SAE fog lights from Rigid. They're brand new. We're going to install them on the Tactical Professor's Toyota Tundra right here. What we're going to do is replace these factory lights and put brighter lights, but DOT standard from Rigid Industries. Okay, guys, the first step what you need to do is take the fender well splash guard off. And what you got to do is get a 2mm socket, and there's a couple of bolts you got to take off. Then there's several, like 3 or 4 of these pins right here you have to remove. And what Troy's going to do next here, as you can see, we already took the screws out and the pins, so we're going to remove this right here to access your factory fog light. As the next step, once you remove this housing right here, the next step, as you can see, Troy is going to disconnect the factory wiring harness right here. Simply just ease it off. And then what you want to do is take these clamps off right here, these adjustments right here, to detach this housing right here, because you're going to use this housing right here to detach the new fog light.
Hey Troy, we need to flathead screwdriver for that pin.
Once you move the housing and remove the wiring harness right here and the bolts right here, what you got to do, there's 3 clips right here. And what you want to do, we took a flat head, we went around this bracket right here and popped them out. And it just comes loose like this. So it's free right now. So now the next step is to pull this housing out from the front. Alright guys, as we talked before, you gotta remove these clips right here, push them in, and the housing comes out just like this. And what we're gonna do is use this housing to mount the new fog light from Rigid inside this housing. What we're gonna do is take this out right here and give us more room. Once you get the housing out, you're gonna see 2 little holes here. Backside, what you wanna do is get a flathead, push those through, and just kind of remove this right here, the little adjuster, and this light, factory light, will come out of this housing right here. Okay guys, this is why it's very important you got to have 2 people you kind of back up, take things away, double check things. What you definitely want to do, don't put your bracket against the housing right here. Come out just a little bit, or it gives you a little bit of play left and right also.
Alright guys, I know that Jason talked to you a little bit about the mounting of the bracket, and that you don't want it on this little heart piece in the back of the housing, so you need it a little bit forward so you have some left and right adjustment. So what I did is I took the bracket, and on the outside of the housing I can see the edge where my inside wall is. So what I did is I put the bracket there, and then I moved it forward just a little bit and drilled the hole. That way we have some left or right adjustment when we get it mounted in the housing. Before you mount the bracket to the housing, make sure you mount the light to the bracket, because if you mount the bracket to the housing first, you won't be able to get the light in. But go ahead and mount the bracket to the light, and then mount the bracket to the housing. Alright guys, we got the bracket mounted to the light, and now we've got the entire assembly mounted into the housing of the Tundra. So now we're going to put it back in there and start wiring it up for power.
Hey guys, what we're going to do here is use the factory wiring switch for Travis' truck. What we found out is it's got a 15 amp fuse for his factory fog lights, and that's the same thing that we use in this DOT SAE fog light kit that comes from Rigid. As you can see, it's also a 15 amp fuse right there. So what we're going to do is use the factory wiring harness wire to turn on the new Rigid lights. But just in case you guys do not want to use the factory wiring harness on your trucks or whatever, Rigid Industry in the kit, it will come with everything you need to wire directly to inside your cab. Anytime you guys are crimping wire, make sure you have a good pair of crimpers. And I use Klein's. That's what we use here at Getting Them Outdoors. They're very known for making good solid crimps on wires, because you definitely don't want to come back and redo your wiring. Hey guys, we just got done installing, as you see, the new Rigid DOT SAE rigid fog lights on Travis's truck. Travis, what do you think, man?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm really pleased, Jason. As you know, we installed these lights in about 2 hours, even with filming. Everything that you need comes straight from Rigid in the box with the fog lamps. All the wiring, all the brackets, all the bolts, everything that we needed to get this done was right there in the box. They're super bright. It's gonna help me find those boat ramps in the dark, and I'm excited about running them.
Well guys, I hope you guys learned something from this install.
We run Rigids, do you?